Every day, more and more road users are filming their journeys, which can often end in disaster. Pioneered by motorists in Russia and Eastern Europe, dashboard-mounted cameras are constantly recording our behavior on the roads. From the bizarre to the ridiculous, the funny to the downright dangerous. The thousands and thousands of dashcams around the world have captured just about every mishap you can think of. Now we're going to delve into this treasure trove of stupidity on the roads. Put things right by pointing the finger of blame. Replay the action to see what really happened. And of course, there's nothing like seeing other people's mistakes when it comes to helping us become better drivers. And please remember, on all the clips, yes, that's all the clips we show, no one, and that means no one, is seriously hurt. So drive safely. Not everyone is this lucky. Coming up on yet another fun-packed episode of Car Crash TV, more crackers and cuckoo road use from all around the globe that, had it been isolated to the little spot of heaven we call the United Kingdom, would have resulted in serious infringements of these laws set out in our highway code. Article 170, take extra care at junctions. You should look all around before emerging. Do not cross or join a road until there is a gap large enough for you to do so safely. Article 163, overtake only when it is safe and legal to do so. You should not get too close to the vehicle you intend to overtake. The one about braking distances not really being all that important and accurate. And from I would do anything for love, but I won't do that, my essay on the majesty of meatloaf, page 954, objects in the rear view mirror may appear closer than they are. As regular viewers to this show can contest, the drivers who feature in our clips do appear to be short of the odd brain cell, or 20. Their actions are often baffling, and to many would be beyond comprehension. But how best to describe their actions? Incredible idiocy? Monumental madness? Oh, I know. As we've already had the graphic made, let's go with staggering stupidity. And we're starting with a clip that's so staggeringly stupid that we've decided to dedicate almost a minute of our running time to it. Yes, it's that stupid. Have you spotted him yet? Yes, it's the chap in the transit van, on the wrong side of the road. You'd think with all that traffic coming towards him, he'd be able to put the pieces together. But as the title of the sequence suggests, the people we are featuring aren't just your average dunderheads, they're next-level morons. And as he draws to a halt, it seems like the penny has finally dropped. Or not! He's off again! Somebody intervene! Thank you, friend. By throwing his keys away, you've stopped him from causing further mayhem. But his vehicle is blocking a pretty major stretch of road, so I'm going to have to question your smarts too. Our next staggeringly stupid individual is on foot and about to cross a busy main road. This isn't going to end well, I fear. Staggeringly stupid or short-sighted. I'd love to say it's the latter, I really would, but the lack of spectacles means you're just dumb. Driving on snow is a tricky business at the best of times, and it doesn't take a genius to work out that cornering in these conditions should be done at a slow and steady pace. This driver isn't going to be snapped up by Mensa anytime soon. Is this next driver stupid or just impatient? Everyone else is happy to queue. What makes you so special? What I really like about this clip is how annoyed and incredulous the driver appears to be at the idea he's going to have to reverse out of the way of the car and the truck. It's not like you're on their side of the road. Oh no, wait, you are. Quick question. We've all heard about the blind spot, but is it a real thing? Yes. Yes, it is. I wonder where we are in the world. I think it might be Prague, because that looks like the castle over there on the hill. So, maybe you should check your mate is okay. Check? Get it? Every day I die a little more inside. Normally, I'd be looking to blame the cyclist in a clip, but to be fair, this one is completely innocent. No, the fault for this collision lies firmly with the world GP here. Serious questions need to be asked of whoever gave you a license to practice medicine. And finally, another cyclist. Surely I can blame this one. No, it's the driver's fault again, damn it. Those serious questions do need to be asked of whoever maintains your brakes. Surely you should have stopped sooner than that. The word pedestrian has a couple of different meanings. One of them is as follows: lacking inspiration or excitement, dull. And while that's an adjective that I've heard used many times to describe Neil, it's one I've never heard used to describe this hour-long slice of audio-visual entertainment. Yes, there's nothing pedestrian about these pedestrians. As regular viewers to this show will know, I have a bit of an axe to grind with taxi drivers. I'm not going to go into details, but I have my reasons. So I've employed my mate Steve to dish out a bit of rough justice in retribution. Thanks, Steve. That'll teach them. Though maybe next time don't wear a pink t-shirt. It's not exactly menacing, is it? I've also employed my mate Bill as I try to ramp up my campaign. And while he's chosen more appropriate clothing, he lacks Steve's reflexes and cunning. Come on, Bill. You are miles away. If you aren't going to commit, then I'm not going to pay. I'll admit it. I've put my foot down to beat a red light once or twice in my time. But what I've never done is put it down to beat a zebra crossing, like this pair of speeding spoons. Yes, I'd rush to the other side if I were you too. White lines are meaningless these days. Spot of breaking news there for you. Wow, this is exciting. We've got a van, a car, and a tram all vying for the opportunity to mow down a pedestrian. I assume that's what's going to happen. Otherwise, why bother showing this clip? Okay, the tram's disappeared, but I have a sneaky feeling it's not out of the picture just yet. This is thrilling, it really is. I'm on the edge of my seat. But wait! Aha, Steve strikes again. Classic misdirection, because yes, that little blue car was a taxi, and my mate Steve is on fire. He's worth every penny. Viewers to this show will also be aware that I'm a keen ballroom dancer. Sadly, though, it's a dying art, so I'm always looking for opportunities to encourage the general public to give it a whirl. In this case, literally. What a perfect pirouette. No need to thank me, it was my pleasure. I've heard about lorries dumping their load in the road, but never people. Though considering he's trying to cross a motorway, I suppose his little accident is understandable. And my ballroom dancing awareness campaign is really starting to come to fruition. Check out this guy's quick step. Beautiful. Take that on a dance floor and you'd be guaranteed a 10 from Len. Coming up next on Car Crash TV, we head to the theatre for a spot of Abra Dabra. Head to God's country for the latest Yorkshire parking bulletin. And get scientific when we find out the exact moment a driver realizes, I've made a mistake. But first, well, I'm not sure if you've seen the film Mad Max, but this looks very reminiscent of the post-apocalyptic wasteland that it features. So perhaps while I was recording this sumptuous voiceover for you, that goon Trump pushed the big red button. I guess we'll soon know when we find out what happens next. It's really good. Welcome back to Car Crash TV. So what did happen next? Well, earlier I suggested that this was a post-apocalyptic wasteland, and by Jove, it looks like I'm right. Yes, the radiation in the air must have corroded that truck's locking wheel nuts. Well, it's been nice knowing you, viewers. If you've watched this show in detail, and let's be honest, why wouldn't you? Then you'll have realized that a collision can come at you from any direction. Front, back, or side. There's 360 different angles from which an impact can occur. But for the next couple of minutes, we're only interested in 180 of those degrees. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the rear enders. Look at this. A round of applause for the Good Samaritan. Well, obviously, I wasn't talking to you driving the red car. You've got your hands full already. There he is, the Good Samaritan. What a gentleman. And there they go, the pair who benefited from his good deed, who haven't even had the common decency to thank him and check he hasn't got whiplash. I despair of society, I really do. The 2-second rule is a rule of thumb by which a driver may maintain a safe trailing distance at any speed. The guy we're traveling with was obeying the 2-millisecond rule, unfortunately. Either that, or he was just eager to attract the van driver's attention so they could compare their completely matching outfits. I bet he's gutted he left his hat at home today. We've seen 2 examples of rear-end collisions that have occurred due to drivers not giving the simple act of driving their full attention. But sometimes, no matter how hard you concentrate, there is simply nothing you can do to stop 2 cars coming together. Larder alert! Although I think this could have been avoided. It's not like the larders tried to be inconspicuous. Larder and proud! At night, there is a belief that the 2-second rule should be increased to the 3-second rule. But what do I know? That's probably overkill. It's not like I'm a 2-times winner of the Health and Safety Inspector of the Year award or anything. They treat me like a god in Yeovil. I've included this next clip not because the rear-end hit is particularly dramatic, but because I'm dying to know what the dickens those 2 people are riding on. If you know, please write in. I'm very lonely. Ooh, a Mercedes. Wonderful. We're about to see someone's big, expensive car get smashed up. It's clips like these that keep me going when I'm wrestling with a conundrum of whether to come to work or just end it all. Seriously, guys, don't tease me like this. I'm on the edge. Perhaps this clip will help to calm me. Maybe a BMW will get a little bump, or perhaps an Audi. That would be nice. I'd love to see an A6 get a nice big dent in its bonnet. A Peugeot and a Citroen van? Are you serious, Neil? I need German and expensive, not French and poxy. I've been sober for a week. This isn't what I need right now. And as I contemplate falling off the wagon, why don't you contemplate how the hell this blue van manages to lose its entire rear axle? And if you know, please write in. I need to know someone is listening. We're proud of this little show we make here at Car Crash TV Towers, and we like to think we do a bang-up job of both educating and entertaining you, our dear viewers. We know that we're not perfect, though, and the words abracadabra and wildly inconsistent can often be heard around the office in the same sentence. But I'm not a quitter, and if it kills me, I'll make this feature work. So strap in, everyone. This is Abracadabra, but not as you know it.
Good evening, my beauties, and welcome to all new Abracadabra 2. Are you ready to have your minds blown? Of course you are.
All right, pare it back. Let's not get their hopes up.
So, is the car in front going to be hit by a white car or a red car? Abracadabra! It was white!
This might be one of those ideas that was better in my head.
Another car is about to veer into our boy in blue up ahead. But will that car be silver or black?
I might be starting to see the problem with this item.
Abracadabra! It was silver!
I think I know what Pam was getting at when she said soul-crushingly repetitive.
Let's bring the lights down to make things a little trickier now. Is the car ahead going to be made black and blue by a vehicle that is black or blue?
Lovely wordplay, Smashini, but I don't think even that can save this item.
Abracadabra! It was black!
I've made a terrible mistake.
Chin up, my friend. This one is brilliant. Now, my dears, a lorry is about to appear in front of our car and drive into the crash barrier. But will the car it's transporting be black or red?
More convoluted than brilliant, though I appreciate your commitment.
Abracadabra! It was black!
Forget the color of the car. I think the biggest trick was how the driver got that truck through that gap. Well, they do say the best way to succeed is by first failing, so at least we've achieved something today. Join us again soon for Abracadabra 3. We'll get there, probably. I see crimes being committed everywhere I look. On the streets when a purse snatcher nicks a poor lady's handbag. In a restaurant when the waiter serves me a bottle of Pinot Grigio 1 degree above the optimum temperature. And on television when Piers Morgan opens his mouth. There is sadly nothing I can do about these insults to society. However, there is plenty I can do about the crimes I see on the roads. So join me, and let's solve another crash scene investigation. First of all, bravo on the zebra crossing. White and yellow lines. That should make it stand out. Not that anyone in our clips recognizes a zebra crossing, you understand, but bless you for trying. Anyway, where was I? CSI. Right. We have 3 suspects at the scene, as is tradition. But which of these rogues is the star in this lineup? Vehicle A, the silver car on the left. Vehicle B, the black Mercedes, the safe bet, I'm sure you'll agree. Or Vehicle C, the aging red Astra that's a testament to its owner's car maintenance skills. Let's do this. Okay, no one at the scene so far, but wait. Here comes Vehicle C. Maybe going a tad fast, but we are on a dual carriageway, so I'll let him off. And look, there's Vehicle B, about to pull out despite the road not being cleared of traffic, leading Vehicle C to perform an evasive maneuver. So Vehicle C is the innocent victim, and Vehicle B, the career criminal, and very much the safe bet. But look, he's not all bad, as he reverses his car back to the scene of the crime to check on the well-being of the chap he's wronged. Did we have to include this needless detail, I hear you ask? Yes, we did. Otherwise, you wouldn't have seen Car A, and our feature wouldn't have had its usual air of mystery and gravitas. That's 2 times you shouldn't have doubted me. Don't let there be a third. And join me next time for more crash scene investigations. Hands up if you think you know how to park. Well, you might believe in your ability to pop a vehicle into the perfect spot. However, unless you live on an exclusive diet of tea, crumpets, and black pudding, and speak with a charming, vaguely unintelligible accent, then I'm afraid you're not a parking natural. No, you need to hail from a very specific part of the country in order to declare yourself a master of this most complex of maneuvers. That place is Yorkshire, and here's all the news that's fit to print. Cue Jeff!
Evening, lads and lasses, and welcome to your hot-off-the-press Yorkshire Parking Bulletin. We start today in the rural community of Ebden Bridge, and Farmer Giles here is heading home after a busy day shearing sheep and shovelling poop. His farm's not the biggest, so he needs to make sure he maximises the space available by not cluttering it up with vehicles. Look at that, snug as a bug in a rug. Champion bit of parking, that. Now go and have a shower, lad. We're in Sheffield now, and this lot looks a bit busy. But never underestimate the Yorkshireman's ability to find a space, even when it seems there isn't one. Get yourself entered in Parker of the Year, lad. You're a shoo-in for best newcomer. Of course, sometimes even a Yorkshireman cannot find a suitable space in a car park. But here in Batley, they don't let that stop them. Look at that, perfectly aligned between the bollards and no one inconvenienced. Even the best parkers have their off days, like this chap here in Rotherham. He's about to exit, then he remembers he forgot to purchase a pork pie. Back you go, lad. Just make sure you apologise to this fella. He thought he got a plum spot there. They've got money in that there Leeds, so the parkers there can often afford a better class of vehicle. He may be rich now, but he'll never forget his roots. Perfection, lad. You need to keep them traditions alive. We're in Leeds again, and another of them high rollers is on the road, looking for a perfect parallel parking position. He spotted it late, but remember, the Yorkshireman only reverses if he absolutely has to, and this fella made sure he didn't. Straight out of manual, that magic. That's your lot, folks. This is Jeff Bird, signing off. Mind how they go.
With every car crash, there's a tipping point. The point of no return, if you will. That crucial split second when a driver has that moment of clarity that means his day is about to turn into a total stinker. In this next clutch of clips, we've tried to pinpoint that exact moment, so you can all enjoy the crushing realization that dawns on the drivers, telling them, "I've made a mistake." Easy to spot this guy's mistake. He's already made it. That is not a cycle lane. And you've doubled down on your errors today, and by thinking it was, you've encouraged others to get involved. I've made a mistake. And those two wrongs have made a right. Mess. 2 more moments of madness coming up now. I am good to you, I really am. Guy in the grey car pulling out. I've made a mistake. Yes, you have. Mistake 1. Pulling out when your vision is impaired by bus number 1. Mistake 2. Trying to join a section of road that's currently occupied by bus number 2. And you've knocked the earth off its axis. This is a positive fiesta of foul-ups. Have you ever wondered what those signs, featuring a random selection of numbers plastered to the tops of bridges, are for? Well, now you know. Those numbers refer to the maximum vehicle height. So I wonder when that lorry driver made the mistake of not learning to read. As well as knowing the height of your truck, it's also important to be aware of its girth. Otherwise, I've made a mistake. And so have I. I forgot to send my Aunt Beryl a birthday card. Look at her, storming off. She's furious. Easy one, this. I've made a mistake. And what was said mistake? Leaving the house without his hearing aid, of course. But it's not just those who require hearing aids that make siren-based blunders. This chap, for example. I've made a mistake. Yes, you missed your earwax extraction appointment this morning. And Neil was so looking forward to adding it to his collection.